from there. What are you doing? No, don't touch that. Oh, stop. You're breaking everything. Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. As you can see, I'm dealing with a bit of a handful here. We found her upstairs in the attic, locked in a chest, with 4 different chains, and a crucifix. That should have been a hint. Not to mention the fact that I've had to promise Chris that I would keep her out of the studio. She seems to have a dangerous obsession with him, and he's not too fond of her. Well, anyway, don't let me keep you. Just go on in. Just make sure that you lock the door behind you, because there's no telling what could happen if Lilith gets in there. Have fun! No, stop! No, that's priceless!
I sure hope the hell the narrator keeps that damn doll out there. It was looking at me funny, and I don't want anything to do with it. Better stay out there, I swear to God. What's up, everybody? We drinking anything? Anybody drink anything? I'm drinking milk.
Water.
Does the body good. What?
I'm drinking a Thunder Crunch.
Whoa. Thunder Crunch. That's also what they call them back at the club.
Well, this is a stout with chocolate syrup, rice, caramel, and lactose.
It's and lactose.
Sounds like cereal.
Yeah.
It literally tastes like cereal. It's amazing.
Just give it to the kids. It's a balanced breakfast. It'll get you drunk.
It's a balanced breakfast and will put you to bed so I don't have to deal with you anymore.
Oh, wow. There's Father of the Year.
Dude, I blacked out. What was the name of it? Crunch?
Thunder Crunch.
Thunder Crunch.
Here comes old Thunder Crunch. Huh. Well, cool. That's great. Christina, you drinking anything?
I'm just drinking water.
That's good. It's good. I'm just drinking milk. It does the body good. It's wholesome. It's great. Well, I guess it's well, let's get this party started. So first I'd like to dedicate this episode to my friend Lindley, Kelly, and Heather. It's because of you that I have decided to do this episode. Now, as you all should know by now, we are a large group of friends who have been friends for 30 years.
Wait, we have friends?
Yeah, we got other friends. It ain't just the three of us.
People are not going to believe this, Chris. You need to stop while you're ahead.
And we all know each other's little knickknacks and strange things. And one of mine is that I'm terrified of dolls. I don't like them. They freak me out. But it has also never ceased to be a source of endless entertainment for 3 of the girls in our group, the ones I just dedicated this episode to. They love to go to flea markets and antique stores, and then when they see creepy dolls, they take pictures and they send them to me. Now, Lindley has taken it a step further. She's actually she's bought creepy dolls and left those fucking things in my house. She left a doll in my bed. Not cool, Lynn. Not cool. I think she's left like another little like head thing. Like it was like, I don't know what the hell it was. It was like a little doll on a little stand. And she left it like right on the bookcase next to my desk. So when I turned, there it was just staring at me. And I was like, oh my God. So
Lindley is the best.
yeah. But I have decided it's time to conquer my fear. And so today we are going to be discussing haunted dolls.
And then afterward, we'll check in and see if this fear has been conquered.
I mean, there's a doll right out the door and he ran for it. So
yeah, well, it's looking at me and it's like, come play with me. And I'm like, no. And
you gotta kick that thing.
It can tell. It senses my fear. So anyway, let's get this party started. So ever since I can remember, I have found certain types of dolls unnerving, to say the least. And I'm not talking about teddy bears. I'm not talking about stuffed animals. I think most people listening know exactly the type of dolls that I speak of. The ones that are made to look more human. There are some like the classic porcelain dolls with like the glassy eyes. Some speak, like that one in the other room. Some even laugh. I'm not kidding. Look up Renko's Baby Laugh a Lot commercial on
Oh
YouTube.
man, that one's
Just
amazing.
don't watch it when you're home alone. Like, oh my God, the stuff of
Absolutely
nightmares.
do watch it when you're home alone for
I'm,
maximum effect.
yeah, I mean,
Look,
maybe.
guys, for anyone younger, all the adults in the 80s were just high on drugs. And I don't mean drugs. I mean like the
Cocaine.
crack, the LSD, they weren't playing around. And if you see the kind of crap that we were watching, like including our commercials, especially the ones for kids, like yeah.
Yeah, they were effed up, man. So the concept of the doll, it actually goes back thousands of years. In fact, in 2004, a 4,000-year-old stone doll was unearthed in an archaeological dig on the Mediterranean island of Pantelleria. Pantelleria?
Ooh, how many
Pantelleria.
people died afterward?
Huh?
How many people died afterward?
I don't know. Too many, probably. Too many. The British Museum has several examples of ancient Egyptian rag dolls made of papyrus stuffed linen. Yet, though it may have started off as something for children, this is the little podcast of horrors. So it's safe for you to assume that we aren't going to be talking about the kind you might get your daughter or your niece. No, today we are going to be talking about stories of where dolls supposedly came to life or were possessed and untold terror followed. So let's dive in, shall we?
Yeah, because like dolls made of papyrus aren't very scary. It's like
No,
that's just extremely flammable.
no. So, first up, we're going to talk a little bit about the doll known as Peggy. And I'm not kidding. Like, there are all these names. You think it'd be some kind of like, Argon the darkness. No, it's Peggy.
Peggy
Like
the Bloodletter.
Peggy the Bloodletter. Um,
Peggy Sue, Peggy
Peggy
Sue.
Sue.
The
Oh, my
Bloodletter.
heart yearns for you, oh, Peggy.
That plays every time she kills someone.
Yep. And now I can't unsee that in my head. Um, I do have I I was starting to do visuals, but now I just have one visual. I saved it in. Yeah. Okay. So I'm sharing this in our Discord.
And by
That
extension, our social media.
yeah, that's Peggy.
I mean, she looks like a fairly confident, you know, corporate child ready to go to the office.
Yeah, because child labor laws are silly and outdated.
She
Or she's
looks
just
like that.
very. Oh, go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry. She looks like that one that my grandmother used to have, Chris, the tall one, the one with like the blonde short bob,
Oh my God, I think I'd
tall
forgotten
one
about
that
that.
stood that was like 3 feet tall.
That's the other thing, guys. Her grandmother had like cases of these kinds of dolls, and they were like cabinets with glass windows, so they're all watching you. There's like the
Yes.
spare bedroom, it was just filled. It was just filled with these dolls looking at you, and like even her sister Heather, she was freaked out sleeping in that bedroom.
hmm
She would tell us. So I did
We had
not
nightmares all the time.
I did not like going in that room. Oh my God. But now
I don't
that you
know,
say that, I
guys.
remember. What?
I don't know. I'm not sold. So we'll post this to socials, and y'all tell me what's up because all I'm seeing is Peggy just had her coffee. She just showed up at the office. She's ready for a good chill day of work.
I mean, listen, guys, I just got here. I made some coffee. You know what? I did a blood sacrifice. Everything's great. Sometimes it's a little give and take. And I swear to God, if Raja doesn't stop looking at my gams, I mean, I'm gonna eat his heart out. I'm gonna eat it. Peggy was found in a shed in 2014 in Sheffield, England, by paranormal investigator Jane Harris. Now, Harris is something of an expert when it comes to haunted dolls. I don't know how you become an expert on haunted dolls. I don't know the kind of person that just aspires, I'm going to be an expert on haunted dolls.
Where
But
do
you
you
know
go to
what?
school for that?
Get a
Maybe,
master's.
I guess, more power to her though. Because I don't want to be an expert. I want to be as far away as I can be from that. The owners of the home where the shed was were reporting to have horrible nightmares, bouts of sickness, nausea, and overwhelming sense of dread. As soon as the owner led them to the shed and revealed the doll, one of the people who had accompanied Harris, a psychic, immediately became ill. Harris took the doll to research it further. Another psychic medium, Chris Corber, reached out to Harris to tell them that while going over pictures of the doll, that he supposedly made contact with the spirit. What is your name?
Peggy,
How old are you?
19,
What year were you born?
1946,
Where do you live?
Holland Park,
How did you die?
asthma attack.
Are you happy?
No,
Are you angry?
Yes,
Why are you angry?
not Christian.
That's such a Peggy thing to say.
I know, right? What Chris suspected that this was due to the fact that Jane had put a cross necklace around the doll's neck.
Well, Peggy wasn't Christian.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I take it.
Yeah. Harris had placed
Stereotype
photos.
is broken.
I know. She's like, you're not Christian. I don't have anything to say to you, you people. Swear to God. No, Harris had placed photos of the doll online, and since then, she has received emails from people claiming that after looking at said photos, that they got headaches, nausea, and one woman claimed to have a heart attack after looking at the photo of Peggy.
Oh,
Dang.
good. You're showing the photo to us right now.
Yeah.
Way to be a pal.
Well, don't look at it again. Oh,
I
and
looked at it again.
trust me, it gets worse. It gets worse from here. I'm not even going to post any more pictures. That's it, because there's more of that with others.
Man,
And
I'm curious.
I know. Well, you can on your own, but I'm not.
Let's not get our listeners cursed either if they go on
know.
our socials and look at haunted dolls.
Yeah. So speaking of that, we're going to move on to the next one. The next on the list is Robert the doll. Now, before I continue, I would like to say, after reading about him, I wish to apologize to Robert if any part of this story is offensive, and I fully ask permission from Robert to tell his story. And out of respect, I am going to be brief.
We are very sorry, Mr. the Doll.
Well, I don't know. So not much is known about his origins, but what we do know is that it was a present to the young boy who lived in Key West, Florida, in what is now known as the Artist's House. Eugene Otto was his name. Now, it's important to note that Eugene was his middle name. His first name was, in fact, Robert. It is believed...
Robert Eugene the Doll.
No, the kid, the child. The
kid. He was first. He was first Robert Eugene the kid, but later we came to know him as Robert Eugene the Doll. Okay,
No, you're jumping ahead. Hold on. Okay. His first name was in fact Robert. It is believed that the doll is one of a kind. It may have been a window doll for a German shop, but either way, we know that it was a gift to Eugene. And Eugene and his doll were inseparable. And then at some time after getting the doll, he told his parents that the doll also wished to be called Robert and that the child would now go by his middle name.
Oh, so it was Robert the Doll Jr.
Yeah, something like that. There you go. Eugene shared his clothes, which the clothes the doll wears today is believed to be Eugene's. It's a sailor outfit. When he and the doll would be playing in his room, the family would often hear not only Eugene's voice, but a deeper male voice. When asked, Eugene stated that it was Robert.
So Robert the Doll Jr. hit puberty.
Yeah, something like that. Things took a turn for the worse when one night Eugene...
They usually do after puberty.
Kind of. Eugene's parents were awoken by a scream. When they ran to check on their son, they found that all his bedroom furniture was turned upside down. Eugene said that he had awoke to find Robert sitting at the foot of his bed, watching him. And it was Robert who moved all the furniture. Glasses would break, things would be moved, and once Eugene's favorite toy was torn apart by Robert, according to Eugene. His parents finally decided to lock the doll up in the attic, much to Eugene's protests. So, despite the fact that all this is happening, Eugene still does not want to be separated from the doll. I don't know. I didn't know how to take that. I'm like, he's scaring you, but you don't want to give him up either. Like
a codependent
kind of
relationship now.
Yeah. And make note of that because it's going to come back up.
What's the doll version of Stockholm Syndrome?
I don't know, man. I don't know, but something probably like
Doll comb syndrome.
Stockholm the doll syndrome.
You know what? We'll work on that one. Now, despite the fact that they locked Robert the doll up in the attic, the family said that they would often hear what sounded like the doll wandering around the attic. There are even reports that giggling could be heard coming from there in the middle of the night.
You know, we had a gerbil like that once. I remember when I was a kid. Like, we could not.
You had a gerbil that giggled in the middle of the night?
No,
or at all?
Well, gerbils can't giggle, Chris. Come on, get serious.
Gerbils can giggle?
They can't giggle. That's what I'm saying. You gotta listen.
Okay.
Anyway, it's beside the point. So we had a gerbil was like a freaking Houdini. Like, no matter what we did to its little cage case thingy, it always found its way out, and we'd find it, roaming around at night. Like, we even tried stacking heavy books on top of the lid, and by golly, we would find it roaming the room later. So it's like, I get how this goes.
I never knew you had a gerbil. Wow.
This is before your time.
Well, I know, but I'm like, I figure like I knew pretty much everything about you. You're still full of surprises. I like that. I don't know, man. Like, I don't want to hear giggling in the middle of the night. That right there is just no.
If you kept escaping everybody's best efforts to trap you, wouldn't you be giggling while you're tiptoeing around too?
That's true. I probably would be.
I would.
Idiots.
I'm free. You can't stop me. Some would often see something white darting around the house late at night, but it moved too fast for anyone to get a good look at. The doll is white. It's a white fabric doll, but yeah.
It does its cardio.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing would be like darting around the house. Like people would catch like little glimmers of it. Eugene grew up and moved to Paris. That's kind of a step up. Like Florida too. I'm going to Paris.
I love that progression. He threw up and then he moved to Paris.
He didn't only just grow up. He grew up and he moved to Paris to be an artist.
Good for him.
Yeah, he was actually pursuing his dreams of being a painter. But he ended up returning after the death of his parents with his wife. Apparently, his older brother gave him the house. Like, it was willed to the brother, and the brother's like, you can have it. And so he gave it to Eugene. Sorry, Otto's his last name. It was then that Eugene finally brought Robert out of his exile in the attic and began a new relationship, having furniture made for him and even gave him a room of his own.
It's important to forgive and try to reconnect,
I guess. Well, he did. Eugene's wife, however, did not like this and eventually convinced her husband to lock that doll back up. But of course, do you think that's where it ended? No.
Yes.
Nope. The doll kept reappearing back in his room in the rocking chair that was by the window. Eugene would lock him back up in the attic and would later find Robert back in his room again. So
you got to respect the dedication.
I mean, you have to. Eugene Otto passed away in 1974. The next owner also had similar claims, and eventually the doll was donated to the East Martello Museum, where he is today. Workers have seen a white blur around the museum. One worker who was working one night was seen running out of the museum screaming. No one knows why. She quit that night. Another employee, after turning out all the lights and locking up the museum, discovered after having walked across the parking lot to his car that all the lights were turned back on in the museum. And it's important to note that to do this involves flipping 8 different switches throughout the building, not something you can do all at once. And yet somehow, that evening, it did. People claim today that Robert can curse you if you disrespect him by not asking his permission to take his photo or making fun of him. The museum has a
the doll? Is that it? Is that what we're saying, Mr. the Doll? Who won't even, by the way, you got to appreciate, he doesn't aim to soar too high. Like wherever he's locked up, like he just wants to get out of the cabinet, but he's not going to leave the premises wherever he is. If it's the house, he's okay staying in the house. If it's the museum, he's okay staying in the museum. Like if I was him, I'd be like, yeah, now's my chance to go see the world. I'm a doll free and ready to see it all. But he's content just to stick around where he is.
I don't know, man. I'm actually taking it a little bit seriously to that point where I'm like, I'm not gonna make fun of him. Like, I was a little freaked out. There's a lot more I didn't talk about because it literally unnerved me, and I was like, you know what? It. I'm not gonna test that. I'm not gonna
Well,
push
maybe
it.
Mr. Doll needs a sense of humor, and it'll be less cranky and cursing people.
Well, James, if you die mysteriously after this will actually be really good, like marketing for the podcast.
And that is the kind of commitment I bring to the table.
To Robert the Doll, Little Podcast of Horrors would like to apologize on behalf of James. Please don't kill him. We love him. He's a handful, but we love him. So please accept our apology.
I will drop kick your doll.
James Panetti would love to express his deep respect for Robert the Doll, and he apologizes. Thank you for listening to Little Podcast of Horrors. Please don't curse him.
Anyway, the museum has a set of guidelines for interacting with him. You first need to introduce yourself, and you need to ask permission before taking his photo. And you need to thank him for his time. So, hence my earlier statement, and I will conclude this by thanking Robert for giving us such an interesting story. Please don't kill my friend. Okay, anyway, moving on. The next one and the last one, and of course the big one, the one that everybody knows, the one that everybody's been like, yeah, talk about her. Do it. Do it. Now we move to the final doll in our series, the one I have personally known about the longest, Annabelle. Yeah. Christina's
I
making
have
a
no
face.
idea who this is.
Yeah, good for you. I would actually say it's Annabelle that first made me terrified of dolls being possessed. I was a kid actually watching some ghost special when I first learned about this Raggedy Ann doll, and I had my own Raggedy Ann doll until then. Like, I had thoughts in my head, like I saw it in my head just coming to life and like murdering people, and it scared the shit out of me. Now, it should be important to note too, in the movie, Annabelle is like this porcelain like girl doll, but in reality, it's a Raggedy Ann doll. If anybody didn't know that, so and
I
known
So-
as
don't like Raggedy Ann cartoons, and I just remember it being sweet and wholesome.
yeah, I did too. I had a Raggedy Ann and a Raggedy Andy.
What'd you do with them after you developed this debilitating fear of dolls?
They're gone. Well, they're gone. But that's the other thing. I have to live with the knowledge that right now in my bedroom, in Katie's hope chest, is her big Raggedy Ann doll, and it's about that size.
You should
Of-
just like put one of those Hannibal Lecter masks over its head.
Yeah, I should. That's a good idea. Ugh. Well, so anyway, Annabelle was a gift to a young 28-year-old girl named Donna in 1970. Like 28, like wasn't a little girl. I think her grandma. So from what I read in the story, it was a gift
Her
from
grandma's like, sorry for ruining your childhood. Here's a Raggedy Ann doll at 28. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I mean, from the sources I read, it was like she was giving her to be like, like you'll always be my baby. So here you go, like it's a doll,
Aw.
like that. I get it.
That's
But-
sweet.
Yeah, and it was, and it would have stayed sweet had all the other stuff that followed.
Surprised, it's possessed.
Surprise! You'll always be my baby because it's going to murder you, and you'll be a ghost.
Ooh,
No.
okay. So here we go. So Mr. Robert the Doll, all that smack talk I was doing, I was just quoting everything that Annabelle the doll said. And
Yes.
she's ready to go. I mean, she's got a head on her shoulders, man, and she
You
wants a
trying to-
piece of you.
You're trying to start a doll fight?
I mean,
Oh my God. So not long after she had gotten the doll, that it began to display paranormal movement. Donna and her roommate, Angie, at first tried to dismiss this as just their imaginations being overactive. One of the arms moved slightly, or the doll itself would, shift in positions, something that could just easily be gravity. What isn't gravity is when the two young ladies would come home from work and find the doll had moved rooms. One claim of theirs says they even found it once fully standing.
Ooh.
Yeah. Things only escalated from there. The girls began to find notes around the place. On the notes was written, "Help us," on a type of paper that wasn't in the house.
Us?
Yeah, us. So I'm like, there's more than one person? Like, oh my God. Things finally reached their limit when Donna came home one night to find the doll on her bed with what looked like blood on its hands. Donna eventually contacted a
You know,
medium.
it's that time of the month.
James,
What is going on with you, James?
you are so just feisty. Oh, he's just meeting a chip over that one.
Sorry, Robert the doll got to me.
Donna eventually contacted a medium who came to the residence and conducted a seance. It is said that they made contact with the spirit that inhabited the doll. The spirit said their name was Annabelle Higgins, and she was a 7-year-old girl who had lived on the property long before the apartments were there, and that she had actually died on the property. She said that she lingered until the doll was brought home and she decided to possess it. I'm like, it's an entire apartment complex and that's the first doll that you've come across? Like,
Yeah, I call BS too.
yeah. She said that she liked Donna and her roommate and trusted them, and that she wanted to stay with them. This made the girls sympathetic towards Annabelle, and they gave her permission to stay with them.
Uh-oh.
Big mistake. Enter Lou. I just love that. Hey, I'm Lou.
Oh,
How you
Lou.
doing? What's up, Annabelle? I don't know. Lou was a friend of the girls who did not like Annabelle. He felt the doll was evil and tried to convince them to get rid of it. So basically, he was like me. I'd be like, get that fucking gone. Like, throw it away, get rid of it. Unfortunately, that's when Lou had the nightmare. I say that because I found conflicting reports where some sources stated that this was no nightmare, but in fact, he was fully awake. Lou woke one evening covered in sweat and was paralyzed, unable to move or speak. Doesn't that sound familiar? Like a sleep demon.
Mm-hmm.
And this will sound familiar too. He's looking around the room in the confines of the dark bedroom, and that's when he saw it. Saw her, Annabelle, sitting at the foot of his bed, looking at him.
Ugh.
The story goes that Annabelle then began to crawl up his leg and
No.
over his chest, where she
No.
began to strangle him with her doll hands.
No touchy.
Lou lost consciousness.
Wait, wouldn't it be more like a pinch? Because it's
I
just
know,
tiny
right?
little doll hands.
I know, it's just like
They're
She's
fabric.
trying so hard to strangle you, and it's just a really annoying pinch.
You're just
Well,
sitting
and
there like,
aren't they just like cloth too? Because she's the Raggedy
yeah,
Ann
they're just
doll?
cloth hands. But somehow she was full on strangling him because he lost consciousness,
Damn.
or the dream ended. Whichever story you believe. But either way, Lou woke back up sometime later with his heart pounding and in sheer terror, which of course I would be. But it's important. It's interesting to me how very much like that was the one story that you told, James, several seasons back about she comes and she crawls up your chest and sometimes she'll strangle you, like,
the
With
hag.
like her
the hag.
old hag hands.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it was almost like she was like that. Like that's what she was. So cut to the following day, Lou and Donna's roommate Angie were at the apartment discussing a road trip they were planning to take when they heard movement coming from Donna's bedroom. Worried that it might be someone breaking in, Lou went to investigate. I have a hard time understanding, like, you like, after everything's happened, for one thing, you're over there just like talking about a road trip. I would be like freaking out. I wouldn't even go over there. And then, like, if I hear something moving in the bedroom, I'm not gonna think somebody's breaking in. I'm gonna be like, it's that fucking doll.
Yeah, it's a doll that tried to choke me to death.
Yeah. Oh, bitch, try to kill me. Sorry, Annabelle. But so he went in, but he found no sign of injury, just Annabelle sitting on the bed. It was then that he felt as if someone were behind him. He turned around, of course, saw nothing, and that's when he felt a sudden, intense pain on his chest. Lou looked down to see that his shirt was ripped and there was a claw mark down his chest and he was bleeding. Now, interesting to note of this, the entire wound healed up in 2 days, not even a scar.
Hmm.
So this is when they decided that's like, we're done. We're going to reach out to a priest. And the priest ended up reaching out.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
So this whole time, we're going to like all these links. Like we're going to reach out to get a lighter. Just get a lighter, people. Why do they always overthink this?
I've actually heard you don't want to burn those things because it acts like a portal, and that like full on freeze them.
Oh,
And
that's what they want you to think.
Or maybe it is. I don't know.
It's doll propaganda.
So that's when they reached out to a priest, who then reached out to the famous Ed and Lorraine Warren. Now, for anybody who doesn't know who they were, that's a whole other story that I might, if you'd like, I could talk about that in a future episode. But to summarize, they were a couple who investigated the paranormal and dealt heavily with this kind of situation. And Lorraine was supposedly psychic. Like we've seen the movies, The Conjuring. I love those movies, by the way. But where, the actors, they're playing Ed and Lorraine Warren. So now, upon arriving, the Warrens quickly deduced that it was not the spirit of a little girl inhabiting the doll. It was a freaking demon. Its goal was to convince Donna to trust it long enough so that eventually the demon could possess her. So that was its goal. And the Warrens believed that if they had waited even a few more weeks, it would have achieved its goal and everybody else probably would have been killed. So the Warrens took possession of the doll, no pun intended, and took it home to add to their collection of haunted artifacts. I'm not kidding. I've seen pictures of it. They've got this whole museum in their and then like their garage area or whatever. It's just haunted artifacts. Like, who does that? Answer, the Warrens did.
Yeah, and they had a kid living up in there.
Yeah, they had a daughter. Poor girl. The Warrens claim that on the way home that they lost control of the car, claiming that it was the demon attempting to cause them to crash. In order to stop it, Ed took a vial of holy water and splashed it on the doll, causing it to release control of the vehicle.
That wasn't holy water. It was whiskey.
It was piss. Once they arrived home, they had a priest bless the doll, and after leaving, the priest's brakes failed, causing him to crash and total his car. He also almost crashed into a crowd of people. So, at one point, Ed claimed the doll began levitating on his desk, and eventually it just started to do what it was doing with Donna and them. It was like they'd come back and it was in different rooms of the house. So, to finally nip this in the bud, they created a special box for Annabelle, and supposedly it's constructed in a way that Annabelle can't get out of it. I don't know, if I couldn't find anything about, like, I guess it has like certain things on it. It's made out of certain wood, or
It has
I
a
don't know.
lid.
Yeah, it's a lid. You can't get out. It's not like your gerbil. So, but that is where Annabelle has stayed, and you've probably, and Lorraine Warren, they've now since passed away. But you've probably heard in recent news that Annabelle is now on tour, which I'm like, rock stars go on tour, but
The Annabelle 2025 tour.
and now they're claiming they're associating her appearance, like they took her to Louisiana, and that's when that plantation house burned to the ground mysteriously. And there's even footage that looks like there's a figure walking toward or walking in the building in the fire, in the flames. And then like 11 escaped convicts, like also at the same time while Annabelle was there. So they're kind of like, it's because Annabelle was there. I don't know.
So my
Hmm.
question is, are tickets still available to the tour? And can we invite Robert the Doll?
You're itching for it, man. You know what? Go for it. You do you, buddy. You do you. I don't want any part of that. I won't lie. I'm scared enough that I'm not gonna push it, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
No,
be
me
like,
too.
like this is the dude that got mad at me when I was telling the spirit at the Crescent, like you can use my energy.
Yeah.
And he's like, don't do that. But no, he's gonna piss off the doll that
That
I,
this is
I
what I
have
was thinking. It's such a switch. Like we're not scared of
I have
like
I have
spirits in a hotel,
always
but like
always and
yeah.
forever, like dolls are the exception. That's the one thing I cannot take seriously. Like the easily drop pickable thing I cannot be afraid of. It's just it's a bridge too far, man.
You
So
know, it's funny in the Chucky movies. It finally, I think it took like all the way to like The Bride of Chucky, and Heather and I were watching that, and somebody finally did it. They kicked Chucky, just punted
Finally.
him. I'm like, why did it take like that many movies for somebody finally did that?
and
It was
also you have to
so
you have to understand there's a constant war of two forces in my world. One, this is terrifying, I should run away from it, versus, but it would be really funny, wouldn't it? And it's just like
maybe.
it's a matter of which one of those is going to win on top. And on this one, like, oh man, that would be funny.
I don't know.
He died for the lulls.
I have said off the air many times, it's like my gravestone is simply going to say worth it
Worth it.
because whatever it was.
Not to me. I'm already terrified enough of them as I am. I'm already terrified enough. If it kills my best friend, I'm gonna have to be
Go out on a doll killing spree of vengeance.
maybe.
Oh,
Is that what you want? That's what this is about. You want me to like put a red bandana on and just be like, they're all gonna die.
I mean, I didn't say it, but I'm not going to tell you no.
I mean, maybe, I don't know. I might. Most likely I'll just end up in an asylum, just scared to death, and that's eventually when I'll look up in the window of the door and there will be one of those dolls and just be like, your time, Chris. Here it is. So, but anyway. Oh, it's interesting to note. So my sister, whom we all know is a Ghostbuster, as James likes to put it,
Mhm.
she will be going to West Virginia State Penitentiary. That is actually where Annabelle first went on tour. Like that was her first stop on her tour.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And Courtney is going to be doing like a private tour. So it's only going to be her and her mom, and I think her sister and her cousin and aunt, and then her wife. And Courtney is going to go into the room by herself where Annabelle was kept. Yeah. And so we're going to be having her later this season on the episode to kind of come back to this all.
Make sure
So-
she takes a lighter.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know. But yeah.
Can't wait
So
to
have
hear.
do you ever wonder why it's always dolls? Why don't they possess action figures? Because you think they could get a lot more done that way. You've got the extra articulation, you've got the accessories that can be weaponized.
Hey, what was
You
that?
know,
What was that 90s movie where the action figures come to life?
toy soldiers. I
Toy
believe.
Soldiers, yeah.
There were two of them, two movies
Yeah.
like that, I think. But anywho, like I mean, just imagine like, you know, if my Optimus Prime got possessed, because then you'd have a double threat. Like it shows up in the room, and you're like, oh crap! But you try to go after it, even with a lighter, it's just going to turn into a truck and whisk off before you can catch it.
Not to mention the fact that if it's Optimus Prime, you would be giddy because you'd be like, now I have my own real miniature Optimus Prime.
Well,
Until he
that's
starts-
true. We would be best friends.
Until he starts trying to kill you. You'd be like,
I am Optimus Prime, and I need your soul, James.
I'm just saying, are you gonna, if you're smart, are you gonna possess the flimsy doll or the thing that turns into another thing and speeds off?
depends on what your goal is, you know?
If
Like,
it's murder, then I'm going for agility.
well, I think the other thing too is that these dolls, they're like, a lot of them are child size, like Annabelle and Robert, and Peggy, they're like child size. And
I
so
have
it's
some
like,
really big Transformers. I literally have some child-sized Transformers.
wait, I've seen all your, which one is like child size? Which one is,
Well, like a very small child. Like
Even
the
the-
current Titan class ones. They're freaking display case
oh
right now.
yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. I remember now. Okay. Well, yeah. So there you go. So James, you gave him a suggestion, and then when it starts walking through your house, he talks big, but the minute he sees that, he's gonna be like in a corner. I would
He'd
be
running.
I'd
He's
be
gonna run
running.
scared.
Because that would also be kind of awesome.
Well, if you are a haunted doll, email us.
Try your best to type with your little padded hands.
Oh my god.
It's just like all nonsense. Gibberish.
Yeah. Well, if you liked this episode, please like. Why did that door just open? Oh my god. It's fucking in here. It's fucking in here.
Oh.
I'm out.
Oh no! Don't leave me! I don't want to die. Oh my god. Oh no, I don't want to play. Oh my god, it's on me.
Hold
It's on me.
Hold
Get
on.
her
I
off.
need to find a lighter.
Get it off.
Is it
James.
in this pocket? No. Man, I don't actually carry around.
Oh, this is how I die.
I'm looking for a lighter. Will you wait?
Oh my god, I can't wait. Get it off.
I can't remember where I put that.